Okay, welcome to our lesson number 12, which is centroids or center of gravity. What are our objectives? To discuss and understand the concept of the center of gravity, center of mass, and centroids, and to determine the location of the center of gravity and centroid for a system of particles by using integration and method of composite areas. But for now, we will be focusing using the method of composite areas and to locate the center of gravity. So what is center of gravity? To understand, yung center of gravity is the imaginary point in the body of matter where, for convenience in certain calculations, the total weight of the body may be thought to be concentrated. So, ibig sabihin lang po nun yung center of gravity, doon nag-act yung kabuuang weight nung isang object. Kumbaga, pag meron tayong uniform load na nag-act sa beam, hindi ba nilolocate natin yung resultant niya para maging concentrated load na lang siya. So, ganun din po sa ating center of gravity. Yung kabuuang weight niya is nag-act sa mismong center nung figure or ng object, which is considered as yung concentrated niya na mismo. So, for our figures, we have here 4 figures which is represent the stable equilibrium and then ang unstable equilibrium. So, we have here for stable equilibrium, meron tayong drum as an object. And then, yung drum natin, we have, let's say, center of gravity niya is nasa gitna niya mismo, gitna ng object. And we have here the dash line na pull of gravity. Ngayon, ano naman ang ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin, kung naka-stable equilibrium ang isang body, yung CG niya is nasa center, yung pull of gravity niya is acting downward lang siya, nasa mismong center lang din ng base, and walang magbabago or walang force na nag-act sa mismong object. How about the B figure? Sa B figure, nagkaroon na po tayo ng konting force na tumulak sa ating drum. Ayan, so kunyari mayroon lang nagtulak ng konti dyan, but still yung pull of gravity niya is nag-act doon sa mismong base pa niya. Ibig sabihin, ang magiging possibility lang nung drum natin is babalik sa dati. Kasi ibig sabihin yung force, though nagkaroon tayo ng torque movement or ng torque force, pero hindi pa sapat yung tulak na ginawa natin doon sa drum para matumba. But still, centroid of gravity niya is still in the center. Pull of gravity still acts on the inside of the base. Still, babalik at babalik yan sa dati niyang position or sa original niyang position. For the C figure, still, we have the centroid of gravity sa gitna. But the pull of gravity already acts sa mismong edge ng base. Anong ibig sabihin nun? There are 2 ways kung paano ang movement ng ating drum. It will be matutumba yung drum or babalik sa dati. Since yung pull of gravity is nag-act pa sa edge niya. While on our D figure, yung ating pull of gravity niya, nag-act na siya outside the base. But still, merong torque na movement. Yung sa torque na movement niya, ang possibility niya na lang diyan ay matutumba yung ating figure. So, though nagkaroon ng mga different movements sa ating mga figure, sa ating drum, nagkaroon ng different force na nag-act sa ating drum, still the center of gravity acts on the middle. Bakit? Kasi po, si center of gravity is nagbe-base sa mismong area ng ating drum. So, since ang nagbabago lang is the force na nag-act sa drum, yung area ng drum is hindi nagbabago, still the centroid of gravity is still acts on the middle. So, we have here the centroids for common geometric shapes. So, hindi naman nabago sa atin if ano yung mga common geometric shapes natin, okay? So, let's say now we have rectangle. We have here the y-axis and the x-axis. And then this is the base and height nung ating rectangle shape. Ngayon, may I ask if what is the area of rectangle? So, area lang po ng rectangle is base times height. Easy lang po ang ating area ng rectangle. How about the x bar and y bar? Ano po ba yung meaning ng ating x bar and yung y bar? So, si x bar and y bar, pag sinabi natin x bar, naka-reference to y axis, while the y bar is reference to x axis. Paano ba natin masasabi na yung reference to y-axis and reference to x-axis? Okay, let's say, due to our knowledge na ang geometric rectangle natin, ang kanyang centroid of gravity is nag-a-act sa gitna. Ngayon, from the middle, ano yung matatawag nating x-bar? So, mula dito sa middle na to, hanggang sa ating y-axis, ito yung nire-represent natin as yung x-bar. While from the middle hanggang sa ating x-axis, yun ang nare-represent po natin as the y-bar. Okay. So, ngayon, ano po yung magiging x-bar formula natin based sa ating figure? So, para po sa x-bar natin, ang nahati po is yung base over 2. While para po sa y-bar, ang magiging formula po natin dyan is the h over 2. So, I hope naiintindihan nyo po kung paano natin nagigets or paano natin kinukuha yung ating x-bar and y-bar. Okay, let's proceed for our triangle. Sa ating triangle, we have here, let's consider the right triangle na lang muna. So, eto muna yung i-consider natin. But still, we have here the y-axis and then ito yung y-axis natin and then ito yung x-axis natin. Okay, so let's remember ano po ulit ang formula ng ating triangle. For our triangle, we have the 1/2 base times height. How about the x-bar and y-bar? So kung alalahanin natin si x-bar is reference to y-axis, ibig sabihin, and based on our knowledge, ang ating centroid for triangle is around here. But that doesn't mean na nasa center mismo ng triangle yung ating location. And based sa ating understanding, based sa geometric formula, ang ating centroid ng ating triangle is nahahati sa dalawa. Meron tayong 1/3, tsaka meron tayong 2/3. Ngayon, if ang hinahanap natin is yung x-bar and naka-reference siya sa y-axis, therefore, mula sa center pala hanggang dito sa y-axis na yan, yun yung x-bar. So, ano yung magiging formula nun? Hindi po ba 1/3? 1/3 base yung ating formula. Bakit po 1/3 base? Kasi po, nandoon po tayo sa may pinakamalaking load nung triangle. So, kung ang tinanong naman is hanggang dito, itong part na to, yun yung magiging 2/3. Pag nakadikit siya sa vertex naman. Okay, for our y-bar, hindi po ba mula po dyan hanggang sa x-axis, yun po yung ating y-bar. Therefore, 1/3 pa din po ng height. Nga lang po. Kasi po, andito tayo sa may pinakamalaking load nung triangle. So, I hope naintindihan nyo po kung paano natin ina-identify yung area and the x-bar and y-bar. Okay, next. We have here another shapes. We have the circle and we have the semicircle. Okay, so magbe-base lang po tayo sa figure. But then, magkakaroon ng difference if naiba yung location ng y-axis and x-axis. So, for the area of the circle, we have the pi r squared. For the x-bar and y-bar natin kay circle, based sa figure, magiging 0 po. Bakit po naging 0? Kasi, ang circle, ang centroid po niya is nasa gitna. Kaso nga lang po, yung y-axis and x-axis is nag-a-act din po siya sa ganyang location. Therefore, ang ating x-bar and y-bar is 0. But then, pag ang x-bar and x-axis and y-axis is nag-act na sa pinakagilid ng circle, ang magiging x-bar and y-bar natin will be the radius. Ayan. But for now, let's focus sa mismong figure na naka-project. For the semicircle, let's say na nag-act ang centroids natin is around here. Based po sa geometric knowledge natin, yan po yung ating centroids. So, mula po dito hanggang dito sa ating x-axis, mula sa centroid hanggang sa x-axis natin, yun po yung tinatawag nating y-bar. And for x-bar po natin, magiging ang value niya is 0 kasi po, mismong nag-a-act siya sa y-axis. Oops, sorry. Balikan natin ano po ang area ng semicircle. So, from the area ng circle, hahatiin mo lang siya, magiging pi r squared over 2. Okay, balik tayo sa ating y-bar. Ano ang magiging y-bar natin? Yun yung tinatawag natin na 4r over 3 pi. Okay, so I hope nakakasunod pa po kayo sa mga locations ng x-bar and y-bar ng ating geometric shapes. Okay, since na-identify na natin yung ibang centroids, we have here lastly the quarter circle and the parabolic shape. Okay, so anong gagawin natin if quarter circle? For the area, hatiin lang ulit natin yung area ni semicircle, magiging pi r squared over 4. And then, based on our geometric knowledge, ang ating centroids for a quarter circle is around here. Now, karoon ng adjustment. So, ano yung magiging x-bar and y-bar natin? So, from our centroid hanggang sa x-reference, yun yung y-bar again. And from centroid hanggang sa y-axis, yun yung x-bar natin. So, based naman sa location, same lang yung magiging x-bar and y-bar natin, which is yung 4r over 3 pi. Okay. So, ano pong gagawin natin when we have the parabolic shape? So, para po sa ating parabolic shape, sa ating area, we have here, for our knowledge, we have the 1 over n plus 1 base times height. So, familiar lang siya. Same lang siya sa formula ng triangle. So, ano pong gagawin natin dyan? Ang gagawin po natin dyan is that yung n po kasi is, yung n po, yun po yung degree of curve na tinatawag. Paano natin malalaman yung degree of curve? So, for triangle, kaya po tayo nagiging 1/2 base times height. Ang degree of curve po ng triangle natin is 1 degree lang po for triangle. And then, for our higher years or higher subject, major subject, nagkakaroon tayo ng 2nd degree at 3rd degree. So, yun po yung pinapalit natin sa ating n. But mind you, ang nilalagay lang po natin or substitute lang po natin is yung mismong value lang po. Kaya lang po nilalagay yung degree is para po ma-identify natin na yun po yung kumbaga yun po yung pinaka-curve. Kasi hindi naman po natin ma-estimate if ano ba yung mga curve ng parabolic. Ayun. Okay, and then, paano natin malalaman ang x-bar and y-bar ng ating parabolic? So, para po sa x-bar, based po sa ating location, na dito po yung ating centroid or yung, centroid ng ating parabolic. Ang centroid po ng parabolic natin will be 1 over n plus 2 base times height. So, ano lang po, ang 1 over n plus 2 times base. Tama. 1 over n plus 2 times base. Ngayon, syempre, mas madali nang i-memorize yung mga location ng ating centroid when it comes to parabolic. How about naman po kapag sa ating y-bar? So, para po sa ating y-bar, ang magiging formula po natin dyan is n plus 1 over 4n plus 2 times yung height natin. So, yung n po, isa-substitute lang natin yung degree of curve na given. And then, yun po yung magiging pinaka-formula ng ating y-bar. So, I hope everyone gets kung paano natin na-identify yung area, x-bar, and y-bar ng mga common geometric shapes. Okay. So, paano ba natin ina-apply yung pinaka-concept ng centroids of composite figures? Kasi alam naman na natin kung ano yung location ng x-bar, y-bar, o ano pang kailangan nating isolve. Siyempre, kailangan nating isolve minsan if, lalo na kung marami ng shapes yung nagkakasama-sama, hindi naman natin ma-identify yung locations ng centroids nila by just using yung mga formula na given. Kasi we all know, walang lalabas nang iisa lang yung shapes. Not unless merong twist. Ganun. So, mostly ang binibigay is yung mga pinagsama-samang ilang shapes. 2 or more shapes yung pinagsasama sa isang given or problem. So, we have here the center of gravity of a homogeneous flat plate. We have the big Wx bar is equals to the summation of Wx. So, ano ba yung meaning nun? Si W, yun po yung kumbaga pinaka-total width. Tapos, yung small w is yung width 1, sabihin na natin, or width 2, or kung ilan yung width na given. For the x or y, yun yung location of each width papunta doon sa or along papunta doon sa reference na lang. Or axis. Okay. So, for the centroid of areas, yung x-bar and y-bar natin, yun yung location of centroid. Based sa reference. Ganon din po ang application kay centroid of areas, though yung A na malaki is the total area, and yung mga maliliit na A is the area 1 or area 2 or area 3 and so on and so forth. Okay. And then, for the centroid of composite figures, if ang given naman sa atin is centroid of lines, we have the big L, x bar is equals to summation of small l times x or times y based sa, depende sa locations. Ayan. So, before we, so for the examples, I will be doing separate video for that. I hope you understand the concepts of centroids as this is a crucial part, and at the same time this will be your foundation for the future or higher major subject, major design subject. So I hope naintindihan nyo kung paano kumuha ng centroid. Ayun lang po for now, and I hope you enjoy listening, and I hope you learn something regarding the centroid of gravity. And if ever you have a questions, please do message me in our group chat. Thank you and have a good day.